What's a Cheryl Miller practice like?
Gosh, I love Cheryl. I love her brother too. He's awesome, obviously, a Pacer too. We were in a little commercial together, so I love their family. They're just awesome people. And one of the best that's ever played the game. So I've known Cheryl for a little while now. I think her energy, that's what I love about her. Like, it's just contagious, and it's fun. Like, I called her coach and she was like, I don't know about that yet. You'll have to see how I do during the game. So no, but it's super fun.
Fever fans have officially lit a fire under the WNBA, and now the whole league is feeling the heat. The name Cheryl Miller is gaining serious traction as the next head coach of the Indiana Fever. And this isn't just internet hype anymore. It's a full-blown movement. Coaches across the WNBA, they're paying attention, and some might be sweating. The idea of a legend like Cheryl Miller leading this young, explosive Fever squad, especially with Caitlin Clark at the center, is sending shockwaves through the basketball world. Fever fans have reached their boiling point. The current coaching setup isn't cutting it, and they're done waiting. What they want now is a bold move that makes sense. Bring in a proven icon with championship DNA, who understands the pressure, the spotlight, and the next level. Could Cheryl Miller be the perfect match for Caitlin Clark? Could she turn this team around and unleash its full potential? One thing's for sure, this might be the most fascinating coaching conversation the WNBA has had in years, and we're just getting started.
I called her coach and she was like, I don't know about that yet. You'll have to see how I do during the game. So no, but it's super fun. And then obviously Annie Myers Drysdale too. Getting to be around those two people that have done so much for the game, for me is super special. Like, there's still two people that I really look up to and idolize and appreciate everything that they've done.
Before we dive into why other WNBA coaches might be quietly updating their resumes, let's talk about why this idea makes so much sense. It's almost scary. Cheryl Miller isn't just another ex-player trying to slide into a coaching role. She's basketball royalty. She knows exactly what it means to be a generational talent in a league that doesn't always know what to do with generational talent. This is a woman who rewrote the rule book on what was possible on the court. In high school, she averaged 32 points per game, and in one legendary performance, she dropped 105 points in a single game. Yes, you read that right. 105. No typing, no exaggeration. Just peak Cheryl Miller doing the unthinkable. She didn't just play the game, she changed it. She shattered ceilings, smashed records, and did things that are still talked about decades later. If there's anyone who can understand what Caitlin Clark is going through, the pressure, the expectations, the spotlight, it's Cheryl Miller.
I will say one thing. I did not count on their basketball IQ being that high. I knew it was high, obviously, because they play at this level. But it's one thing to know knowledge. It's another thing to talk about and speak and then put it into pieces and places. But it was a great collaboration with all the players. But Indiana has a very, very bright future.
For being how young they are, too. That basketball IQ speaks volumes.
It not only speaks volumes, it's one thing to be young, and they're learning how to play the game, and they're learning about their mistakes and how to correct them faster. And so they're making those game, in-game and out-of-game adjustments. The only thing I see that's going to happen the older they get is how to stop the run sometimes and how to change, the momentum during games. But this is not a team people want to play because not only are they getting better, but they're confident and they show no fear. They're fearless.
Here's what makes this coaching conversation even more fascinating. Cheryl Miller recently had a front row seat to coach Caitlin Clark during the All-Star game. And the way she talks about that experience says everything you need to know about why this pairing could be absolutely perfect. Miller didn't just toss around generic praise. She said Clark's basketball IQ was way higher than she expected asterisk. That Caitlin sees the game in asterisk 3 dimensions asterisk, and that she was blown away by her ability to asterisk create for others asterisk. And this isn't coming from just any coach. This is Cheryl Miller, one of the most dynamic offensive minds the game has ever seen. So when she says someone sees the floor in 3D, that's not fluff. That's not coach speak. That's one basketball genius recognizing another. It's insight. It's respect. And it's a sign that this could be an legendary player-coach duo in the making.
I'm going to be honest because it needs to be said. I can relate to that young lady, and I felt for her. Mm-hmm. I know what it's like to be hated. I know what it's like to be a black woman and hated because of my
skin.
Color.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this young lady, I don't want to use hate, but despised. Mm-hmm. And people just having, she brought some on herself a little bit because she's cocky for a good reason. Mm-hmm. And I love that about her. But to watch the dynamics and the media, they had their narrative. Mm-hmm. And I was pleased and proud to see the narrative wasn't the truth. Mm-hmm.
The timing of this fan-led push for Cheryl Miller couldn't be more perfect. Stephanie White recently stepped away from the team for personal reasons, and behind the scenes, there's clearly some organizational dysfunction brewing. Fever fans are fed up, not just with the losses, but with watching their franchise player, Caitlin Clark, being wedged into systems that don't play to her strengths. Enter Cheryl Miller, a coach whose already proven she can succeed. At the highest levels, she led USC to multiple NCAA tournament runs, coached internationally, and in the recent All-Star game, she showed exactly how to get the best out of elite players, without overthinking or overcomplicating. Sometimes, great coaching is as simple as recognizing talent, giving it room to breathe, and getting out of the way. But here's the real difference maker. Respect. Caitlin Clark is now in her second year. She's shown she belongs. She's shown she can carry it. Franchise. Yet, she's still stuck with coaches trying to mold her into something she's not. Instead of building around what makes her great, that wouldn't be a problem with Cheryl Miller. She's been where Clark is, the most gifted player on the floor every night, constantly under the microscope, carrying expectations most couldn't handle. She's lived it, and that kind of deep, lived-in understanding between coach and player, you can't teach that in clinics. It's rare, it's real, and it could be exactly what the Fever need. The fan movement to bring Cheryl Miller to the Indiana Fever isn't just gaining momentum. It's turning into a full-blown campaign, and for good reason. This isn't noise from casual fans. This is coming from people who've stuck with this franchise through the highs and lows, who've watched coaching carousel after coaching carousel, and seen too many promising players fall short of their potential. These fans aren't asking for a miracle. They're asking for someone who gets it someone who's been their someone who won't try to fix what isn't broken. And let's be honest, the timing couldn't be more perfect. Stephanie White stepping away has only highlighted the instability within the organization. It's clear that the Fever are still trying to find their identity, and fans are tired of watching Caitlin Clark be forced into systems that stifle rather than showcase her game. Cheryl Miller, she's already proven she can coach. She led USC to multiple NCAA tournaments, coached internationally, and just reminded the basketball world at the All-Star game what she can do with elite talent. Her approach is simple, but powerful. Let great players be great. Build around their strengths. Don't overcomplicate. Just empower asterisk. What makes this even more intriguing is that Miller herself recently admitted she felt that, competitive. Fire come back after coaching in the All-Star game. That's no small thing. For someone who's been away from coaching for a while to Asterisk feel that spark again, Asterisk, that says a lot about what she saw, not just on the court, but in the Asterisk locker room. Asterisk, the chemistry, the potential, the opportunity, and she sees it in Caitlin Clark. Miller has gushed about Clark's basketball IQ, her ability to elevate teammates, and her command of the game, describing it as three-dimensional vision. That's not just high praise, that's recognition, asterisk real recognition, asterisk, from one generational basketball mind to another. Miller brings a rare blend of elite playing experience, proven coaching ability, and media savvy. She knows how to handle the pressure, she knows how to protect her players, deal with scrutiny, and keep the focus where it needs to be, on winning basketball. She doesn't need a learning curve to understand what Caitlin Clark brings to the table because she's asterisk been asterisk that player. She knows what it's like to be doubted, targeted, and expected to carry a franchise, and she knows how to thrive under all of that. Her style fits Clark perfectly too. Miller believes in an up-tempo, high-pressure game, exactly the kind of system Clark thrives in. She's not about micromanaging. She's about letting elite players play free and fast, trusting their instincts and putting them in positions to dominate. And let's talk respect. If Cheryl Miller walks into that locker room tomorrow, asterisk every single player asterisk knows that, in the presence of a legend, that kind of instant credibility, you can't buy it. Most coaches spend years trying to earn it. Miller walks in with it from a league-wide perspective. This is the kind of move that would send asterisk shockwaves asterisk. If Miller comes in and immediately gets more out of Caitlin Clark than her predecessor, it will force a hard look across the WNBA at how teams are developing their style. Are systems being built asterisk around asterisk talent, or are players being forced into systems that limit them? And let's not forget, Miller has international coaching experience, a deep understanding of how different styles of play work, and a firm grasp on player development. She's talked about the need for young players to have space to be themselves, mentally and emotionally. That kind of perspective matters for a young team like the Fever. She's also not afraid to speak up. Miller's never shied away from calling out bad decisions or standing up for what's right. And the Fever asterisk desperately asterisk needs someone who will advocate for the team and players first, not just follow the script. The bottom line, Cheryl Miller and Caitlin Clark looked asterisk right asterisk together during that all-star game. You could see the trust, the flow, the belief. That's not just coaching, that's chemistry historically. This pairing would be iconic. One of the greatest women's college players of all time mentoring the most electrifying player of this generation. That's storyline gold. And Miller, she's built for pressure. She's been under the spotlight her whole life. She knows what comes with the job, and she knows how to thrive in it. This fan movement isn't going anywhere. If anything, it's getting asterisk louder asterisk. Social media is buzzing with Fever fans breaking down why this hire makes sense on every level. And other WNBA coaches are definitely paying attention, because if Miller takes this job and turns the Fever into contenders overnight, it's going to expose a lot of coaching philosophies around the league. This is about more than coaching. Change. It's about respect for Caitlin Clark's talent, for what this franchise asterisk could asterisk be, and for what it asterisk deserves asterisk to be. Cheryl Miller represents all of that. So, what do you think? Is Miller the missing piece the Fever have been searching for? Drop your thoughts below, because this conversation is just getting started.